This week's Torah portion is Naso. It's the second of the weekly Torah portions we find in the book of Numbers. A highlight of this week's Torah portion is the Birkat Kohanim, the priestly benediction. It's one of the most familiar passages from the Torah, mainly because it has found a very prominent place in Jewish liturgy and in Jewish religious practice. This is the Birkat Kohanim, the priestly benediction in Hebrew. Yavarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha, Yair Adonai panav alecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav alecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you, may the Lord watch over you, may the Lord shine his countenance upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace. Now, Jewish commentators throughout the ages have found many interesting ideas and have made many interesting comments about the priestly benediction. One thing that they've pointed out is that there are actually three lines, three separate blessings. The first blessing has three Hebrew words. The second line, the second blessing, has 5 Hebrew words, and the third has 7 Hebrew words. There is a building up of the importance and the rhythm. There's a rhythm that builds to kind of a climax in this short blessing. It's been pointed out that that first blessing, may the Lord bless and keep you, might be considered 2 blessings. What does it mean for God to bless you and watch over you? Some people have said that when we invoke God's blessing, saying may God bless you, what we're asking for is for God to supply you with all your material needs in life, that you should be prosperous. What does it mean that God should watch over you? This means that not only should you have your material needs met, but you should also be secure. You should be able to live in a secure environment where you can enjoy your material blessings. Now, what does the second blessing mean? That the Lord shine his countenance upon you and to be gracious unto you. Rashi, the medieval commentator, talks about God looking at you with a panim sachakot, which he translates as a smiling face. God should smile on you. This implies an emotional state, that you should be emotionally satisfied with your life. Perhaps this also implies that your relationships should be good, that people should accept you and respect you, and you should have good relationships. And finally, that the Lord should lift his countenance upon you and give you peace. This is purely spiritual. The other two are building toward the spiritual condition in which you have a very close and abiding relationship with God. Peace, the word peace in Hebrew, shalom, also means completeness. That it is when we have the material blessings, the emotional blessings, and finally the spiritual blessings in life that we are whole. May God bless you. May God watch over you. May God shine his countenance upon you and be gracious unto you. May God lift his countenance toward you and give you peace. Shabbat Shalom.